previously on Shadows of the Forgotten, you guys completed your fake kidnapping to trigger the possibility of the emo guy coming to collect his bounty that he was getting Banjo to collect for him. Megwin was able to, I guess, hide terrible performances because she was not rolling well. Pippet was pretending to be the horse that was pulling the carriage, and Winslow, you also were able to get right to the top of the mountain. Brass and Etienne, you guys went to the guard after that ordeal to, tell them to keep this town safe and that you guys would handle the issue itself or try to. And when you guys got there, Etienne, you set for lack of a better term, a booby trap at the door of Banjo's cave, and Brass, you had set an alarm, or you used your alarm bell to let you know when the figure in black came to visit. And right before we ended session, he arrived. You seem to see a pull of Banjo while he was speaking in common, but you could feel his voice vibrating through all of you. And I believe we had Pippet negotiating, and that's kind of where we left off. And you guys got to level up beforehand. So has everyone leveled up before we step in today?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So we return where we left off. Etienne, I know that you are above the cavern, ready to set your trap as is needed. You're all looking down the barrel of the gun, to put it a little less pleasantly, and I leave it to you. What is your next step, everyone?
Come on. Can't just, you really gotta come closer. It's really hard to hear you from all the way over there. Yeah, just come on. Come closer.
Why should I come closer?
Well, we have tea. It's also kind of nice in here. Nice and roomy. We got lovely tea, like I said. And, it's hard to hear you from all the way over there. You're like several feet away. Just come on!
You'll see him step closer with what seems to be purpose would be the best way to describe it. He steps forward, not as though he's coming to your tea party, but he begins to move closer to the cavern, and you can hear him call again, "Banjo, where are you?" And Banjo will continue to... It's as though he's being pulled, but he's listening because you guys have offered friendship. You've told him to stay put. You've told him to listen. So he's fighting on on two fronts. He's trying to remain with you to help, but also seems to be pulled outwards, out of the cave itself.
I'll take my sword out and get ready.
No, put it back, put it back. Banjo's a little busy right now. Just come inside. Why are you just standing out there? It's gonna get chilly in a little bit, so just come on inside, nice and warm. Put the sword away. Come on inside.
Okay, I'll put my sword away.
You'll see him look to you and see you pull the sword out and put it away. And he'll look over to Megwin and say, I assume you'd like to add me to the charcuterie board. And you'll hear under his breath, he'll speak some arcane words and point to Megwin, and she will vanish.
Oh.
I think at this time, Brass is going to step out and seeing Megwin disappear, is going to try to cast Hold Person on this man.
Alright, I believe that's a save for me, correct?
Yeah, it is a 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Right. Make sure the roll is shown to everyone. Hang on. Wisdom save 14.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that he actively succeeds rolling a 21. I mean, even without the modifier, he rolled above 14. So.
Yep.
Well, with me not having the intelligence to stop, just seeing my friend disappear, I'm gonna grab my sword and start approaching him.
Come on. Let's not be hasty. Come on. So maybe you want to do a good round, come on, can we just talk this out, guys?
Yes, Brass is going to step out a little further next to, standing just a little behind Winslow, but, as, close to her as he can, and say, First you burned down my bar, now you make my friend disappear. What the hell do you want?
Everyone must be judged. I am only the executioner.
I don't think that's how courts work.
That to me sounds like a threat, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot off a chaos at him.
Oh god, okay, I guess we're doing this.
Alright, is that a roll to hit or is that another save for me?
That is a roll to hit, and I'd say as a bonus action, I'm going to, you see Brass pull out his pocket watch again. He's gonna turn it, and you see a swirling purple energy starts to coalesce around him again, and he's gonna cast Innate Sorcery as a bonus action. So I get let me see here. My spell save DC is increased by 1, and I have advantage on attack rolls against creatures with the spells that I cast. So we're gonna go ahead and see if it hits first. So the first roll is going to be an 18, and then the second roll will be a natural 1. So does an 18 hit?
It looks as though it could, but you'll see a shimmer of what looks like an arcane shield come across his body as your arcane bolt Chaos Bolt goes to strike him, and you'll see it reflect off into the rocky outcropping around him. And if I could get everyone to roll initiative.
Great, lovely. We're having a great time. We want to talk to this guy, right? We just wanted to talk. That's all.
Hey, I'm playing up to my intelligence of 6. I'm not gonna know the difference.
That's true.
Yeah, this guy's done too much to brass recently that he is just upset about what is happening.
Well, I see my very close friend just disappear. Of course I'm not gonna think about anything.
Bit confused, hoping for the best.
Whoops. Oh, I did not mean to roll. My bad.
All right. So for initiative, I see Brassy got a 17, Pippet with 21, Etienne with 11, and Winslow with 15. Correct?
Yep.
All right. And Banjo rolled a 12.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to do a Miku Moonbeam.
Beam.
Right on that guy.
All right.
I don't like that. I hope it's just. And his save seems to be 14.
Sorry, save of 14. Which save? Sorry. Is it Dex or
Constitution, I think.
Constitution?
Am I reading it right? No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Never mind. Yes, Constitution.
All right. It's 14 on the spot. So you surround or place the moonbeam on him. He's able to make the save. I feel like moonbeam. Is it half damage? I've heard people use it in podcasts before, and I forget all the different bits and pieces. Bear with me.
Failed throw. Makes a successful save. Creature takes half damage. Only.
All right, so roll your damage, and he'll take half.
4.
Oh.
So you'll see through the sunlight around you that 40-foot cylinder of moonlight just come crashing down on top of him, and he doesn't even flinch. You can see the moonlight almost sparkle on. He has like a metallic necklace. His buttons on his jacket, and the light seems to shimmer and reflect. But he does make the save, so he's taking less damage.
I guess that'll be it. And I will say, guys, I think he might be one of those special vampires.
Sorry, who was? I heard someone talking in the background. Sorry, what were you trying to say?
I think Moonbeam's supposed to be 2d10 instead of 2d6, but
Oh yeah, you rolled Wither and.
I did. I am silly. I keep looking at Wither and Bloom for some reason. That is the wrong one. My bad.
It's calling you.
It's calling me. It's like the Green Goblin mask. Okay, 8 damage.
All right.
Still
yeah.
not.
Roll a 16, gets an 8. Get 8 from the save. All right. Good catch. Thank you, Etienne. All right. Same deal. Reflective moonlight coming during the daytime. Very unconcerned. I guess the best way to describe it. Pippet, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right. Then roll roll forward to Brass. It's your turn. You've seen that moonbeam land on this dark figure. And, we look to you.
And
Sure.
the dark
Okay.
figure didn't change form at all, right?
No.
Okay.
With the moonbeam, it stayed the same.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so Brass again is gonna pull out from the pocket watch another burst of energy and shoot it towards the man with a sorcerer burst. Let's see, do fire damage. If it hits, that'll be a 9 to hit.
That'll miss.
Brass. Oh, actually, I do get advantage, so I do that again.
True.
Same thing, fire. That's much better. That's a 19.
All right. You will see that sorcerer burst cleave through and land a blow. Roll damage for me.
That was going to be 3 points of damage.
Great.
That'll be fire, by the way.
Fire damage. All right.
Mhm.
All right. So you'll see him take that 3 fire damage. And is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I'd say Brass is going to turn back to Banjo and say, he took one of your friends. You need to help us.
Take a friend? And he'll look and realize Megwin is missing. Wait, Win, are you translating?
Sorry, did
I
it
mean,
come
it is her turn next, so...
Well, I mean, talking with reaction. So, Win, are you translating as Brass is trying to communicate that Megwin is missing?
I don't know. I think I'd be more focused on getting him because my friend went missing.
All right.
I probably would yell Winslow or Megwin gone,
All right.
but I don't know if I would do it in giant. I'll leave it up to you.
You think?
I don't
Well,
know if
I mean, it's you speaking, so.
Yeah.
All right. If you're gonna leave it up to me, I'm gonna make you roll dice for it. So.
There we go. I'll roll D20 and say if it's high, I would.
I mean, intelligence check will give you a plus. Or no, wait, that's Pippin. Hang on.
No.
I mean, it's a 4, so even if it was intelligence, it would turn into a 2.
Yeah.
So I assume you're yelling in common. I guess just spacing on Banjo, not speaking common, but
Yeah.
that is sometimes the way she be. So Banjo will look around. Brass, Banjo will look to you, understanding you're trying to take something to him. To Winslow, expecting a translation, getting the same general sounds back, but not giant, which is what you've been translating to for Banjo, and you'll see him just look very confused. But Brass, I believe you said you were finished with your turn, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, so Winslow, we roll to you. I know that you're itching to smash. What are we doing?
But how far away would I be from this guy?
Right now, you are 20. I'd say 20 feet. It's 21
Okay.
with measuring, but 20 feet. I'd say 20 feet.
I'll take out my heavy crossbow and try and shoot him.
Roll to hit.
Ooh.
You'll hear that like twang of the crossbow firing, and you'll see the bolt fly towards him. He'll almost performatively swirl his cape so it misses, and he's waiting to see what you could possibly think of next. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Winslow?
Yeah, I want to move closer and take out my sword.
How close are you going?
As close as I could get to him.
I mean, you could go nose to nose if you really wanted.
Well, within fighting range, I should say. In base contact with him.
Just the white circle is the moonbeam, so be aware.
I think I'd be smart enough to stay out of it since Etzion uses spells too. So I think I'd be smart enough to not go running into the spell, but...
So you are
Right about there.
You're within range, so you're within 5 feet, so you can definitely swing through the moonbeam without standing in the moonbeam.
So I'm gonna try hitting him with my great axe then. And I won't roll like Megwin.
Roll like Megwin. All right. So swinging on your bonus action, as you're not proficient in I don't think you're proficient in two-handed combat. You would be essentially just rolling a 2. But either
I'm
way,
proficient with my great axe.
I know you're proficient with your great axe, but you've fired your crossbow this turn.
Oh yeah.
Meaning you're taking an extra. You're using your bonus action to swing a weapon. So you wouldn't get your bonus on that second swing.
Oh, okay. No.
But just for next turn, you're close enough. You don't have to worry about it. But just either way, didn't hit.
Okay.
Which means we roll to Banjo, who has been told to stay back and stay in the cave. You've seen Banjo trying to come out to answer the call of this fellow in black. I guess my question is anyone trying to yell instructions to Banjo? Or Winslow, are you focused on this person you're trying to hurt? Or are you trying to get Banjo in this fight too?
I think I would try and get Banjo in the fight. Just because a friend's gone and I would need all the help I could, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb to know, well, I am that dumb, to know that I would need help here.
Okay.
So I would probably yell, Banjo, help! In giant.
Just to make sure. Gotcha. All right.
In giant.
All right. Banjo, hearing you, comes crashing through the door, barreling past Brass and Pipit, and is able to make it all the way to this dark fellow. And is going to grab a tree on the way by, and gets to attacks. So we'll see if Banjo can hit. Misses on the first one with a 10, lands the second one with a 24. And is able to deal bludgeoning damage. So you'll see that classic Thor with Loki thing where just smashing a tree on the ground the same way, just like and the second one ends, and you'll see it hit this dark fellow, and it's as though the tree explodes around him. You can see it sort of splinter, and wood chips get stuck in his jacket. Some small splinters in his skin, but he looks unfazed. And with that, we roll forward to Etienne. Etienne, you are atop the mountain, holding your trap, I assume. What are you doing from up top there?
So for now, I'm just kind of watching and waiting. I'm probably going to hold my action. If someone's injured, I will jump down to heal them. Or if he comes close enough, I'll try and spring the trap. But it's looking like I will not be able to do that. So I'll just prepare an action, again, to heal someone that gets injured. I'm waiting to see what the stranger does.
So with that, we'll roll to the stranger. The stranger is going to look to Banjo and speak out loud in common, but again, you'll all feel it vibrate inside you, and he'll just say, "How dare you, you traitorous fool!" And we'll cast Blight, which is a Constitution save for Banjo. Pretty good Constitution, to be honest, but not good enough. Banjo rolls a 10, does not save, and take 42 damage.
Yeah, damn.
And I believe we are rolling to you, Pippet.
Okay, you know, I had an idea, and then people started going forward, so...
Wait, hang on, Moonbeam, do I need to roll another con save?
Creature also makes a save when the spell's area moves to its space, and when spell area ends its turn there.
Alright, another con save for me. For our dark character. Rolls an 18, so we'll take half damage. Roll me those 2d10 again, please.
Bonk.
Chip damage back and forth, but yes, Pippet, it is your turn.
Okay. It's really hard when a lot of your things are ranged and or mass area.
I mean, you can target them if you have the distance to do sort of like a...
Right.
If you do it like halfway through or like in front and behind kind of thing.
That is true. So I'm gonna actually infest him. And try to infest him like just behind. Infestation him. Infestation. That is another con save.
ping so I can roll a con save for you. Bear with me. Rolling well
Damn
on
it.
the cons by another 18. I believe, yeah, it's a cantrip, so it doesn't take damage. Alright. Choose a cloud of mites, fleas, or other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d6 poison damage. Moves 5 feet in a random direction. It can move as it. Okay.
Well, I have summoned bugs around him, and he is completely
Unbothered.
covered in bugs. There's just a bunch of moths probably chewing on his clothes at this moment.
Just like moths landing and like flitting and flittering. And it's one of those like it makes your skin crawl, and all you want to do is dust them off, even though they're not on you. But he seems completely unbothered as they. Well, I mean, it's instantaneous, so it looks as though they melt into your moonbeam. So yeah, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Pipit?
That'll be it. I'll probably just move a little bit to the side. Just about right there. It's in the rocks.
In the rocks. Alright, Brass, we look to you. You're still sort of standing in the doorway. You're looking ahead, seeing Banjo having barreled by you. Winslow standing next to this, a brilliant moonbeam shining down on this dark figure who seems unbothered by most things that have been thrown at him so far. What do you do?
Oh, Brass is going to try. Now that Banjo and Winslow have gotten in melee range, is going to try to cast another whole person. And I am going to. Let's see here. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to heighten the spell to give disadvantage to him against the saving throw.
So wisdom save 14 and you're saying at disadvantage.
It would be a wisdom save 15 now with my innate sorcery active.
15 and at disadvantage. Gotcha.
Correct.
Rolls a 10.
Let's go.
It takes a moment to force himself to succeed.
Gosh darn it.
So you'll see him almost bind and constrict as though you've tied him with invisible ropes, and he'll just like flex and shatter out of it. Almost just muscling through. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Brass is just gonna look at this thing, not even a man, just shrugging off all of these magical attacks and just turn towards, I would say, like Pipit and say, "I'm sorry I did this," and then end his turn.
Right. Then we roll to Winslow. You are standing next to Banjo, close enough to swing at this darkened fellow. You've seen him get hit with all with just a barrage of magical attacks. He's been able to push off, shrink through. He's shrugged off a tree from Banjo and dodged a bolt from your crossbow. What will you do?
Well, as I'm gonna, as bonus action, I will use my fleeting attack. And since it's within 5 feet of me, the next
So you're,
attack
you're using same thing, right? Gain advantage.
yeah.
So you're going to attack with advantage, and then you add 1d8 right to your next attack damage roll.
Yep. So, oh.
So there we go.
Roll a second time just in case you get a 20.
Two of the same. My goodness. You will hit. You'll strike true with your great axe. Roll me damage, and how does this look?
I'll add 4 to it. And then
Well, you can. Did you take Savage Attacker and change your origin feat, Diane?
no.
Okay, so you didn't change your origin feat to Savage Attacker.
So I'll do 11 damage to it.
Right. 11. Gotcha.
So, having taken that 42 damage, how is Banjo actually looking?
Banjo is withering, but not bloody, if that makes sense.
So he doesn't look like he's in imminent danger of passing out or dying, right?
Not in imminent danger, no. So, Winslow, is that it for your turn?
I get another attack, don't I?
No, you're not level 5 yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you-
So no.
Right. Then we roll to Banjo, and Banjo's just going to do the exact same thing. It's just going to rummage about within striking distance to grab another tree and just try to continue to smash, crash, and bang to do anything to this fellow. Is able to land both attacks. So you'll see one hit him, and it looks as though he loses footing for a second before the second one crunches down. And it looks like some bents have been placed on him. One second here. But he is still standing, still looks a bit bruised, a bit battered, but still pushing forward, still looking for his quarry that should have been you. Etienne, we look to you.
So since he isn't moving, can I use my held action before my new turn starts?
Yeah, if you'd like, yeah.
So, I mean, roughly how far away is he right now? I can't really tell, and I'm not sure if there's a measuring tool on this.
There is. He is 55 feet from you. And that's like a straight line down, right down.
That includes the vertical distance.
Yeah, so it's like it's less
So,
less
like,
the right
roughly how
angle.
much
It's like
movement would I use around here?
to come right around the top. It's about 30 feet to that ledge, and then our is 25 feet, so that'd be a total of 20 or 50, 55 feet if you're moving from that top across.
So the horizontal distance to him right now is how much?
From there, you'd be 40 feet away.
From where I am now, he's 40 feet away horizontally.
That'd be about 30 feet horizontally, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I will just continue to hold my action on it.
Okay.
I didn't realize he was that far away.
All right. We do look to you for your turn. Is there anything you'd like to do on your turn?
So I guess Etienne will try and stealthily climb down.
All right. You'll
You want a
start
stealth
to
check?
clamber down. Or I'll roll. Because remember, we are doing it so I roll stealth checks for you guys, so I will definitely make sure that's a roll for you. I will need an acrobatics if you're climbing down, though. Yeah, you're able to make it down without much of a concern there.
And that'll do it for me then.
Alright. So you've made it to the ground. You are safe and sound. We'll look to the dark figure. So he is going to step out of that moonbeam, but step towards you, Winslow. And in doing so, he's going to grab your collar, and he's going to use Shadow Grasp. If I can get you to roll a Strength save for me, please.
$23.
Yeah, fine. You'll see like black tendrils of magic start to circle and surround his hand as he goes to grip you, but you're able to resist with your strength and not take any energy damage from him at all. That we will roll back to the top of the order. Pipit, you've seen him step out of your moonbeam, grab at Winslow. You've seen some dark energy around his hand as he tried to grab at Winslow's collar. And we look to you. What would you like to do next?
Don't want to get close, but... No, and I'm just gonna move Moonbeam just right over him. Like a stage light, just kind of... There we go.
another con save point.
The con
Just
save,
this
go on.
All right. Rolls a 17 for a con save. I believe that's a pass, so you'll take half damage.
Anyways, this is why we said that we needed to talk. We just talk, not attack. Anyways, and that'll be it for Pippet.
Alright. Alright, Pippet. You've moved your moonbeam. I believe it's a bonus action to move your moonbeam. Is there anything else you'd like to do before we move on?
Jump up. You're too far for that. I'll just settle for that.
Then we go look to you, Brass. You've seen this dark figure try to step out around the moonbeam. Has grabbed at Winslow. He's now bedazzled again with the moonbeam in the afternoon, and we look to you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna send another Sorcerer's Burst towards him. I mean, doesn't look like any of my other spells are gonna be able to hold him back from moving, so I'll go ahead and we'll do this one. We'll do thunder damage this time. If it hits, that was almost really bad. 25 to hit.
Was almost really bad.
It was almost a 1.
Here's almost.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, 25 to hit. That hits for sure. Roll this damage. Roll this thunder
That's
damage.
gonna be 6 points of thunder damage.
Looks good. 6 points thunder damage. And with that, you'll see him sizzle and crackle, and it looks like some of the hair on his head starts to raise, and you'll see the sort of static from your thunderous attack sort of crackle off of the tips of his hair. And is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I think that will be it for me.
Then with that, we look to you, Winslow. You've had this character reach out and try to harm you with some kind of dark energy, but you were able to withstand it with strength alone. What will you do?
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Good old smash.
Yep, and I'll use my basic footwork again.
Alright.
And I'll roll like Megwin.
So you'll swing with your great axe, and even though he's holding on to you, for some reason it's as though your axe flies past him without touching anything on him. And is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Rethink my thoughts of why in the hell did I do this? But nope, I'm done.
All right. Banjo is going to sidestep around you and continue to swing away with 3 damage. Hits with the first one, and then hits himself with the second one with the nat one.
Are you hitting yourself? Hurting yourself?
but why are you hitting yourself?
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
I fell asleep on nat ones. Bear with me. Okay, alright. So yes. Yes, so swings the tree, crashes it down on top of this character, and then attempts to swing the tree again. It looks as though it slips out of his grasp and falls straight down on his head. You just hear like a pop of an empty article with a tree landing on top of it. And
It
so
sure wasn't my
Banjo-
head.
Remember, Banjo
That'd be
has
good.
less intelligence than you do.
Ah. Oh.
So yes, with that, we look to Etienne. You have stealthily climbed down the ledge itself. You are now on the ground, and you're able to make it down safely. What will you do with your turn?
Am I within 40 feet of him?
Yes, you are 22 feet away.
Okay, so Etienne will charge forward with his spear. I'm assuming I get advantage if I was successful on my stealth check.
You were successful on your stealth
Yes,
check.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Roll with advantage now. Sorry, I'm not used to using D&D Beyond, so yeah, I'll definitely go with the first roll with the advantage. Does 24 hit?
Yeah. 24 hits, yeah.
So,
What kind of
so
damage are
do
you
the
looking at?
base attack plus another D8, and it's piercing. So he's going to get the additional D8 from the charge attack, so 10 it looks like total.
All right.
And then with my bonus action, I'll activate my flurry of blows, and I'll use one of them for Fist of Harm. 23 hit.
23 hits.
And then, so it's going to be 9 plus another D8. Oh, sorry, it's an extra D6 plus 4, so 19 total from that one. And then the second one, I'm guessing the 9 misses.
Yes, 9 hits.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for Etienne's turn.
Gotcha. All right.
And is he looking at all phased by any of this?
Yes, you are starting to see he is beginning to look very shaky. You're seeing he's starting to bleed from his nose. He's starting to you're seeing his hands vibrate. You're seeing his veins are they're becoming much more vascular, but they're dark. They're almost black and protruding from him, as though they're trying to continue to pump and course life into him, but it doesn't seem to be succeeding by any means, as he is starting to falter.
He's got owies.
So you said that was it for you, correct, Etienne?
Yeah, use my action and my bonus action. Yes.
All right. So he is going to reach out to you, Etienne, and he is, well, pissed to say the least. And he is going to use Chill Touch as he reaches out to grasp you. Does a 19 hit?
19 does it, yes.
Like 18 necrotic damage.
So I will use my deflect attack as a reaction. And I will negate all of it, which means I'm going to strike him back. Aw, only for 6.
Aww.
But I'll punch him in the face for trying to touch me.
So you give her trying to touch people.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Yep.
Ugh.
Alright. So yeah, you'll strike him back and pop him in the face, and you'll just hear him just curse under his breath. And he'll begin to swirl in a sort of darkened energy and vanish from place and move himself back and away from everyone with Misty Step to gain some distance from everyone here. And that will end his turn. So we will look to you, Pippet, at top of the round.
Well, joke's on him, because he's still within 60 feet of me, so I'm just going to... Starry Wisp his ass, which I just learned has 60 feet, which is insane, but... Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it does. Sorry. Yes, it does.
Oh.
I apologize. Yes, it does hit. So roll me damage. Six. All right.
Fine, and I'm also going to move the Moonbeam back over him as a spotlight after wisping his ass.
Of course.
You're just trying to help Winslow. Hit here.
Yeah, I'm trying to help
Here.
both bands and Winlow, just like...
All right.
Since he wants all the
So
attention, he can have it.
You'll see the moonbeam cut across the ground and land back on top of him. He will roll a Constitution save. 17, so he'll take half.
I'm having good constitution. 5.
Take 5 more damage. And then, is that it for you, Pivot?
Yeah, Pipit will stay.
Right. And we will look to you, Brass. You've seen him disappear and reappear, take damage, try to deal damage, and is
Get
once
slapped
again
in the face.
he's been smacked in the face, and yeah, he's back to glittering in the moonlight. Brass, what will you do?
At this point, is he looking like fatigued at all? I know you kind of described it a little bit, but can we tell if he's like hurt?
He's definitely hurting. He's bloodied by all definition of the. Yeah, he's below half essentially. Yes.
Okay. Brass is gonna look over to him and say, "Now I know we've all done things today that we wish we didn't, but given the circumstance, looks like your friend," I'm pointing towards Banjo, "has not agreed with you recently. I think now would be the time to maybe give up." I'm gonna try to persuade him to stop, like, fighting and actually talk. Or at this point, is it too late for that?
I mean, you can definitely try to persuade him for sure.
Okay. Let's see. Ready? I'll go ahead and so close to a 20. That's gonna be 14 for a persuasion check.
You'll see him just look to you and say, "I've never wanted to take back any actions I've made. I wish you luck in your endeavors."
Brass will be like, "Well, you burnt down my endeavors, so..."
Do you have any bonus actions you'd like to try?
Let's see. Ooh, actually, could I spend a luck point to re-roll that? Or is it past the point? I'll let you decide, DM. Hello?
Sorry, just reading to myself. I apologize.
No worries.
Advantage when you roll d20 and d20 test. You can spend a luck point to give yourself advantage on the roll. It doesn't say that you need to do it before. It doesn't say that you need to do it
It's
before.
usually called, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'd let you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
see if I can do any better. That's an 18.
Yes, then that will do it. You'll see him. You'll see him almost relax in his stance, as though all the tension sort of has left his person, and he'll look to you and say, "What do you have in mind?"
I just need to know why you decided to pick my establishment in particular to burn to the ground.
Have you not seen the other taverns burning in Neverwinter? Why would you think yours was special?
Well, I'd like to think it was a nice location for people to come and enjoy a drink or two. Thinking about this, have I heard of any other bars being burnt to the ground?
You have heard of other places. There have been other taverns in more of the seedier areas that that have met with demise, but because of where they were, you hadn't really made the connection until he'd mentioned it just now.
Brass is gonna take a second and be like, I mean, those other establishments weren't very well kept anyways. I mean, drove more customers to me, but you say that we are all to be judged and you're the executioner. Why? Who are you working for someone?
I'm gonna need another persuasion for that one.
Gotcha. 20.
You're a canary! You turn into a canary and you just start singing!
Alright, the first one, I was running a passive insight on it, but this one I'm gonna make him roll because he knows you're trying to pull information from it. Like proficient in it, so it's not it's not a lead skill, but he does have a very good wisdom save. Not good enough though.
Not enough.
My master has asked me to weed out the people of Neverwinter, to remove them from existence if they so deserve. I'm here to do that job.
I mean, I enjoy having people around, and seeing as you just took one of my close compatriots, I think either you need to go back and tell your master that he is no longer welcome to be taking people from the city of Neverwinter, or we can finish this now. Your choice.
And you'll see it's as though something within him starts to come to life. His body will re-tense, but it looks like it's coming from his core, from his stomach, and you'll hear a sound that comes from him that originally starts as inhuman, but eventually twists into just a maniacal laughter, as though there's no possible way you could tell him or his master who belongs in Neverwinter of them. And you'll see a literal arcane door open behind him, and he'll step through it and it'll shut and he'll vanish.
Can I use my reaction to try and jump after him?
And are like 20 feet away from him. You can definitely try. Give me
Can
a
I do it with
dex
Step of the Wind
check.
too? Which would
Ooh.
I mean, with Step of the Wind, that means I can move, pretty fast. Like 180 feet in 6 seconds, so 30 feet a second.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. Because he's used Dimension Door. So I'm trying to see if you're trying to jump, are you trying to jump through with him, or are you trying to just pull him from it?
I'm using a reaction to try and stop him. I would jump through if I didn't have any other choice.
Uh,
But as soon as I realized he was doing something to try and escape,
all right. Uh, Willing creature. So okay, so you could jump through if you absolutely insist. But you're trying essentially. So you've got there. I'll say that you're able to definitely get to him. To pull him from it, I would need a grapple, unless you're going through the door with him. Then you can go through the door.
I'll attempt to grapple him. I'll use Lucky to give myself advantage. Pretty much it's going to be a straight at advantage. That's just an 8.
He is going to try and wrestle away from you. So you got an 8 for your grapple. You got a 20 with his dex save after his +3. So he's able to avoid your grapple itself and go through the door. The option of going through the door with
Can I
him
still step
is
through?
you can still step through. I was gonna say if you choose to or want to,
I'll
you
step
definitely
through.
can. All right.
Hopefully it's not the last time I see you guys.
It's just this like several session long side plot of oh, I wonder how to get out of Barovia.
All right. Dimension door out to. All right. So he's traveled 200 feet away into this area. And just Etienne has joined us. God. All right. So, all right, you come through. He is shocked and amazed to have you there. What is your next thing? Because you guys are side by side. So I mean, I look to you for what your plan is, having come through the dimension door with him, not knowing where you're going, but finding out awful quick. What what will you do?
So I'm gonna actually jump back so he can take a strike of opportunity if he wants.
Yes, he definitely will. He's gonna just roll. Okay. So he is not built for physical combat. Uh, that's not gonna hit.
So basically, I'm going to jump back 10 feet and then charge right back at him. Again, I'm going
Okay.
to use my other lucky to attack again with Flurry of Blows.
Okay. And all right, go for it.
Yeah, I forgot to do the advantage thing there. So, does the 17 hit?
The 17 would hit. You've seen less, but you'll see him, sort of a radiance of arcane energy, aiding him in stopping your blow. So you'll strike him, but it
Okay.
won't land.
I'll take the second strike then. Okay, 21.
that'll
Is that
hit.
going through his?
That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be that plus the... So that is going to be... Oh, I'm sorry, I get the D8 for the charge too. So that's going to be 23 total damage from that one.
All right.
And then the spear attack, another 23 hitting. Okay, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So 8 damage from that one.
All right. Give me one
And
second
that'll end
here.
Etienne's turn.
All right. Just one second. I'm flipping it back to get his hit points.
So it was 31 total damage for everything. So.
Yep.
And then Etienne's also going to shout, "I'm over here if you can still hear me."
Like 200 feet away. So if you can roll me performance and get like a super, like a, I'm gonna say like DC 17 to project your voice up there, they can hear you.
There we go, 21.
Whoa,
There you
all
go.
right.
Wow.
That monkish
Yeah, well,
capability there, jeepers. All right, so you can hear it like an echo of Etienne coming up the mountain to you. You can tell he's quite a distance, but you can hear him. So with that, I'm actually gonna flip back to the group.
That's fine.
All right, so everyone, you've seen this this darkened person attempt to escape. Etienne reached out, tried to grab him and pull him back, was unable to, and jumped through sort of an arcane door that looked like a portal to another place that you couldn't tell where it was going. But now you're hearing Etienne hollering up the mountain, the echoes coming through the tunnels and things that get you to Banjo. What will you do?
Well, would I know it was Brass that convinced my way?
I mean, you would have heard the conversation. Yeah, so it's I would leave that to you. Would you like Brass would have been the last person speaking to him before he broke out into maniacal laughter and attempted to leave. So yeah, I believe you'd understand. I'd leave that to
I would step
you
back
as
to
your character.
Brass and ask him what the hell he did.
I'll be like, I mean,
My friends are both now missing because of you.
Yeah, what the hell was up with that? Weren't we gonna talk? And I mean, at least Etienne's and the.
I mean, I'm sorry. I did not mean everything to go that way. I think Etienne's okay. I heard his voice. We just need to make our way back towards. Follow where his voice was coming from. I think it's back towards town. I don't know who or what that thing is, but it's definitely out of our realm of capabilities.
He was hurting!
Yes, and we have dealt with him before, and we know that he's not a good guy. But we should really
I'm gonna
probably
slap him!
I think Brass is doing that right now. He just went in there. Just grabbed his ass. I don't. Who just goes through the dimension door and he's like, oh, hey, I'm gonna follow you in.
I look over to Banjo. How's Banjo doing right now?
Banjo is a bit worn, to say the least. Not bloodied to the same extent as the darkened fellow, but has definitely seen better days. He was enjoying the tea party much more than he was enjoying tree smashing.
You know, I'm gonna do a little hand motion and summon up some good berries.
I'll look to Winslow and say, apologize for us for what happened to Banjo, and then let's try to hurry and catch up with Etienne. I think he might still need our help.
Are you really trying to convince me, or are you just saying you're sorry to hopefully not get slapped by me?
At this point, you see Brass's demeanor is completely that of apologetic. Like, he did not expect for everything to go this way, and he is very sorry that everything happened the way it did.
So I'll just do that big Klingon growl-like thing and turn away and go help Banjo.
All right. So Pippet, I know that you were making good berries to help with Banjo. Winslow, I assume you're bandaging and things, unless I'm looking.
I'll
To
ask
see if you have any
Pippin
sort
if
of
I could help him.
Okay.
Because I still trust Pippin.
You can help I not are the rest of our friends that we have.
Don't like him.
I know we don't like him, but we need to, we need to be nice. We gotta work with what we have. Please don't kill him. I say as I'm trying to give 5 good berries to Banjo.
Oh my goodness.
I won't kill him as a favor to you.
Thank you.
But if he hurts at anyone else, he's on a thin rope. And I'll make sure I say it loud enough that he hears me.
Okay, you two, are we ready to go back to town, I guess, to go get Edwin? Etienne.
Yep. Brass will pick up what's left of his dignity and begin to walk back to try to figure out where Etienne might have gone to by the sound of his voice.
I'm staying behind Brass because I don't trust him to be behind me.
I'm gonna stay in the middle and basically keep both of them at good arm's length from each other. And keep them an arm's length of me in case.
Oh my goodness. All right. So are you guys like dashing down the hill, or are you just wandering?
I'd say probably
After their
hurrying.
5-minute argument.
Yeah, hurrying to Etienne.
All right.
Brass hopes he finds him so I don't kill Brass. Gotcha.
All right. So how many of those good berries did you give to? You give to Banjo? Because
I gave him a good 5.
5. All right, and they're 1 hit point each, right?
Yes.
All right. Gotcha. All right. So you guys start to make your way. I assume you're dashing because you said you're hurrying. You got to make your way 200 feet. So.
4 rounds.
Yeah. So yes, with that, we flip back to Etienne and this dark figure. So you'll see he is definitely looking much worse for wear, having been struck by you. And he'll take a step back, but still be within melee range of you. And he will begin to speak arcanely and move his hands in sort of a circular motion, originally sort of flat towards you, and then begin to circle them forward. And then with a smirk, he'll stop, step back, and cast another dimension door, step through it, and vanish.
I'll react and through it again.
You'll feel a wall between you and him that is invisible. So you'll try to react and get to him, but it's as though you're hitting a window. You'll get that dull like thud as you walk into it, but there'll be no damage. It'll just stop you from being able to get to him.
It's nothing that I can like try and get around in that amount of time too.
Above table, he's cast Wall of Force, which lasts for 10 minutes. And it's immune to all damage and can't be dispelled. So you're there for... He's created a dome around you of a Wall of Force, essentially.
Okay.
So yes. So
So Etienne will sit down and start to meditate, realizing he's trapped in a dome.
I assume you'd like walk around and check and see and then realize it is circling you and above you, and then you'll definitely be able to sort of sit wherever you choose in that dome and wait for.
Ponder that I haven't been killed by someone that can use a 5th level spell.
So yes, so everyone, you will be able to catch up to Etienne. You'll see him meditating, and you won't see any sign of the dark figure. And I mean, as you approach, I guess, how do you approach?
I'm just gonna go run up to Etienne and see if I can see if he's okay, because, you know, he's just sitting there. I don't know if he's dead or whatever.
He does have a 10-foot radius around him of a dome, so if it is invisible, but you're not going to harm yourself by walking into it. So if you choose to sort of hustle towards him, you'll sort of like bonk off of a dome or a sort of a protective barrier around him. So I'll leave that to you how you would interpret
I'll
that.
just start pounding at it, trying to get through it.
All right. Etienne, you'll be able to see and hear Winslow pounding at it. And
So he'll open an eye and say, Raven ran.
Winslow, you'll be able to hear through the dome itself.
I'll go back. So I would know he's okay. So I'd go back and go, Craven ran. I'll tell Pippin.
Yeah, I kind of noticed, and that certainly is a dome. It seems around him. I say, still trying not to laugh at the image of Winslow full on bonking headfirst into the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you doing all right in there, Etienne?
Fine. Taking a chance to restore my chi.
All right. Brass, do you want? What do you think we should do?
Brass kind of not wanting to try to do much more damage than he's already kind of caused. I guess we'll try to find a way to get you out of this, Etienne, somehow. Can I like examine the bubble to see if there's any way for me to like dispel in any way?
Yeah, you could definitely. I mean, you're proficient in Arcana, so feel free to roll me Arcana to see if there's any knowledge you have of removing that bubble.
I'm going to use a luck point just in case. First one was 11. Same score. 11 total.
Yeah, 11. I mean, you'd recognize that it's definitely a spell. Seeing Winslow sort of run into it and not having any effect, it seems as though there's it doesn't seem to take damage. There may be ways to dispel it, but it would probably take a spell of some sort.
I'm willing to wait this out. You all should look and see if you can figure out where Megwin was transported.
Yeah, that is a good point. I've never seen magic like that before. Someone just being able to poof someone from existence is not something that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I don't think there's any books that I've at least read or seen that has somebody just poof right before you. It's insane.
If it roll me wisdom for knowledge of like things you have read previously, or history would do well as well if you wanted.
I don't think
I'm
it would
just-
go well either, but might as well see. Might as well. Even
Oh,
all of it.
Oh no!
And yet Megwin is still here with us in spirit.
Like that playing with the bread clip in the corner.
No. Oh, okay.
Nope.
I'm
Okay,
just
Pippin-
leaning against the rock staring at Brass.
you do have inspiration from a nat 20 previously. Would you like to use it?
You know what? Sure. Oh, hey.
No, I mean, there's
Right,
it's
right,
for
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. A dirty 20. There's nothing he adds to it. It's a
No.
nat 20.
Technically, it's a
He
dirty
needed
20
to
as
reroll.
well.
That's true. You're not wrong. All right. All right. With a nat and yet somewhat dirty 20, you. And sorry, you were focusing on the spell that removed Megwin, correct?
Yes.
You realize that you had read something about a banishment spell. And usually what happens with the banishment spell is that they are moved to a demiplane for the duration of the spell. You have heard rumor of people getting trapped in that demiplane, but that seems to be few and far between. But with you guys sort of coming out of combat, and having read that the spell usually only lasts for about a minute, and Megwin hadn't come back, you it seems as though she's become one of those few and far between situations.
Actually, I think I have. I think she got vanished and is now stuck. Stop eating my blanket! Sorry, my cat.
I'm like, that's just
Shane,
weird
Megan was
things.
transported alone.
Grass had something to do with it. I just know it.
He didn't even know about the banishment cell. How could he have done anything? We would have seen it. Cat, I'm going to eat you.
Get it, Bongo, get it.
Alright. I'll say that the dome itself has dropped around Etienne. Are you guys testing every once in a while to see if it's vanished, or are you just having a conversation and waiting?
I think
I walk over there every now and then and knock just to see if it's come down.
Yeah, I'd say as long as Etienne doesn't feel, as long as he's like not uncomfortable inside the dome, I think we'd all probably be fine with just waiting it out.
Yeah. Like just talking, playing cards, whatever.
Oh my God. So Winslow, I'll say that you've sort of lost your patience a little bit, so you've started to sort of come over and lean on the dome occasionally.
Yep.
Trying to start a conversation with Etienne, who, I mean, Etienne, I'm sort of reading from you, correct me if I'm wrong, that you're sort of giving Winslow the, not yet, and return to meditating. Does that sound right for yourself?
He's just making use of his time, accepting the fact that there's nothing he can do about his current situation.
Okay. So at one point, Winslow, you'll come over and try to lean on the dome again and flop down on the ground. I assume you'd then reach around you to see if maybe you just missed where the dome was. You'll notice it's gone, and I'll let you guys take it from there.
Dome gone.
Yeah, it is.
So Etienne will stand up, and noticing that Banjo is still quite hurt, will take out his medical kit and walk over to the giant.
Did Banjo follow us?
Did he not
I would
follow you?
imagine he would.
Winslow, did you ask Banjo to follow you?
I think I would, yeah, because I would want to be finding my friend.
Okay. So, yeah, Banjo. I'll say Banjo joined you. Is looking battered and bruised, but not bloody by any means. But it it's very much like you guys have been through an ordeal together.
So Etienne will gesture for Banjo to lean forward, where he sees a major bruise or something.
I'll tell Banjo lean forward. He's a good guy. He'll help you feel better.
And I'll use my hand of healing on him. So hopefully my hand will start to glow and he'll feel better where I touched him. Provided it wasn't somewhere inappropriate.
You'll see like a solid. I mean, I'd call it a goose egg, but he's a giant, so it's more like a dragon's egg on the top of his head where he dropped the tree. Yeah, you're definitely able to. He'll lean down low enough to let you sort of reach that boo boo, and yeah, your hand will glow and be able to heal him.
Like I said, I'll use the medical kit.
One of its HP dice? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for however much he wants to be healed, or intended to.
And the hand of healing is the d6 plus 4, so that's 7 from there, correct?
Yeah.
Right. 7 there. And then hit dice plus 2.
So I'll tell Banjo, go, thank you, my friend, for helping me.
Right. Bring Banjo back here. All right. So Banjo, sorry. So you were saying that to Etienne or to Banjo? Sorry.
No, telling Banjo, thank you for helping us.
Oh, you helped Banjo. Thank you for help. Back. All right. So with that, y'all are here. Worse for wear, but much better now. So I mean, I'll look to you guys. What is your next step? You've met this dark figure who seems to have had Banjo kidnapping people for him. Seems to be very powerful, and seems to be under the power of who could only be more powerful, as they've designated them as their master. I mean, I look to you guys. How would you, what would you go about next? Where would you go? What would you do? How are you guys moving forward?
We need to take this information to the Neverwinter Guard.
Guess so. And what do we want to do with our friend here, our big friend here?
We've made a commitment to him. Perhaps we should follow up on some of Megwin's leads and see if we can find a beneficial relationship for him in the town.
Yeah, maybe.
Winslow, I know that you traveled with Megwin to the docks. You hadn't really spoken like you'd asked if people were if they were looking for people to work with, but hadn't mentioned who.
I'm pretty sure as chatty as Megwin would, she would have told anyone who would have listened that, she kind of found some leads that might hire him on the docks if...
They were looking for some bigger fellows to help lift
Yeah.
larger objects. All right, so I understand everyone's looking to make their way back to town. I guess my question for you is, are you bringing Banjo with you right away, or are you approaching without Banjo to let them know that Banjo is now friendly?
Oh.
It would probably be best to go without him for the initial trip.
Yeah, I don't think they're quite ready for the big friendly giant just yet.
That is definitely a designation. Oh, all right.
I'll stay back with Banjo because there's nothing left for me in the city, so I'll just stay back in. Help keep an eye on Banjo.
Tien, does that hurt your feelings?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Etienne would be relieved if Banjo and Winslow found a happy life together in the forest.
Well, I'm the only one that can really talk to Banjo because I'm the only one that speaks giant.
Etienne will ask Winslow, who she and Megwin were talking to at the docks that might be interested in some help.
And I'll explain to him where we went, and, we talked to one of the ship owners and said possibly, but, we weren't getting too descriptive of, yeah, can you guys have a giant work for you, Because we didn't really want to say Banjo the Giant,
Maybe you should come with. You the docks workers. As a player, it's lost all my brain power. You know all the docks workers. Shouldn't you, come with?
I'll ask Banjo, you think you're going to be okay here by yourself?
Oh. But I thought you were friends.
We are. We're going to go and try and find you some work so you can get your own food and not have to rely on this idiot, and I'll point to Brass, to feed you. Would you
But-
be interested?
Right, I can't understand a single thing. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh my goodness.
So Etienne's looking a little confused. What exactly did Brass do?
He talked the guy into leaving. So we couldn't kill him. But taking Megwin. Pippet, you explain it to him.
Pippet, you explain. Oh my lord.
He's upset that. Well, I'm also a little irked as well that he started the fight. But I am proud of him for at least being able to talk to him a little bit, like we said that we were going to do. But it is what it is. Hopefully we get back to being friends, friendly friends. It's a whole mess. I'm sure she'll get over it by nightfall once we get some food.
Something tells me we couldn't have resolved things amicably with that individual.
I don't
The
think so.
fight was
either.
inevitable.
I don't think so. Yeah, you're probably right.
He made Megwin disappear, my friend, and talked him into escaping instead of letting us kill him.
We talked him into that, but
Winslow, ask Banjo if Megan returns to tell her or to gesture towards town. Or better yet, Etienne will write a note and ask Winslow to ask Banjo to give it to Megwin if she shows up, letting her know that we're headed back into town to try and find Banjo some respectable employment.
So I'll explain to Banjo. If Megwin comes back, give her this note.
What is this? Giants don't generally leave notes, but I'm sure you could express that it's a message of some kind.
Yeah. Message to Megwin. If she comes back, hand her this.
We'll give you food.
And we're
Do
gonna
you
go try and...
translate? Do you
Yeah.
translate the food bit?
Yeah. We go try and find you things to do so you don't have to hurt people to get food.
Sounds good. Alright, so Banjo will take your message and go back to his home. While you go to work on finding him work. Right, so I'll say that you guys are able to make it back to the city as Banjo walks away. You'll make it up to the... Sorry?
Etienne's going to ask Brass if he has any contacts at the docks, too, that might help if Megwin and Winslow's initial efforts don't pan out.
Brass at this time has been quiet, not saying much, like just following behind and letting the group kind of converse with each other. And then as Etienne speaks up, he's like, yes, I might have a few people I could get in contact with that I could arrange something for Banjo. I could even write up something for the city guard to allow him to have access easily. It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
I'm sure it would be appreciated, and it would solve some of Neverwinter's problems, too. Hopefully they'll make a good ally out of the giant.
I hope so too.
Right. As you guys make your way closer, the guard recognize you, Brass, and you'll hear them sort of start shouting back and forth. Oi! Has anyone seen Bryce? As they look to find your contact to come out and have words with you guys. Bryce will sort of pop up and look over to see you and come down to the gate. As they open the gate, he'll come through and he'll see that you guys are worn, not damaged, but it looks like you've been in battle. Etienne, would you have cleaned your hands after working on healing Banjo?
I suppose so, yeah. He tries to keep his medical kit fairly tidy, which includes himself after using it.
Cool. So there's no it's like It's like Pigpen from Charlie Brown. That's you're a bit dusty, a bit musty. Like it looks like you've been through a bit of an ordeal, but you're not worn or broken. But
It's even got
Bryce can
touch.
tell. Bryce can tell that you've been through a bit of an ordeal. Oi, did you deal with that giant?
In a matter of speaking, we did go to attempt to dispatch with the creature, but seems like he is more of the gentle giant type, and we were able to, with some convincing from my friend here, and he'll gesture towards Winslow, who is able to speak the creature's tongue, to come to an agreement that might be fortuitous for the city and for ourselves.
He'll look between you guys and like narrow his eyes, looking back and forth. How could dealing with a giant be, what was it, you fortuitous for Neverwinter?
Well, I mean, as you know, we've had a string of taverns been burnt to the ground, and mine included. And seeing that there may need someone to clear the rubble from the city streets, or I know down at the docks they're always needing someone to unload the ships of their cargo. So maybe we could come up with a proposition that would help out not only the city, that we could possibly provide this creature with food as compensation for his work, but also could assist with other tasks that may need general protection or things like that.
You'll see him sort of pause a moment and mull it over. Look, you've befriended this creature?
Friend, I would say more of coming up with a mutual understanding that the things that he had done were of only due to his nature of needing to find food. And if perhaps we find him a way to get that food in a more respectable way, then we would be able to come up with a circumstance that would be less of him, of the kidnapping variety, and more of the hard work and dedication to the city of Neverwinter.
The giant only. If you have someone exterminate it, something else will eventually take its place. Why not take advantage of the situation? Indulge him, put him to work, and feed him. In return, you'll have a powerful protector, and someone that can provide strength uncommon to most humanoids around the city.
Can I get one of you guys to roll me persuasion with advantage?
Oh, yeah, I'll assist Brass. We'll let him roll the persuasion check. I think he's more persuasive than Etienne is.
Gotcha. Okay. That is a natural 20.
Oh, you guys
Nice.
today, holy cow. Aye, alright. We'll see what we can figure out for him. Alright. This may need some conversation with others, but I think you're onto something.
You may want to
And-
ask if there's anyone in the guard or among the workers that speaks giant as well. This is the only language the creature seems to understand.
And Bryce, if I had faith in anyone, it would be you. And I kind of just pat him on the shoulder and give him like a punch in the shoulder as well.
I appreciate that vote of confidence. We'll see if we can find someone who speaks the language, and we'll see if any of the people will allow him to assist with the work around the docks, perhaps, or maybe even part of the guard. We'll have to see. So you guys will be able to make your way into town. I will look to you. I mean, we're back to Neverwinter. It is open for exploration. If you guys, I mean, you've been through an ordeal through this period of time. What would you guys like to do?
We can't really find any leads on the guy. Trademark.
So, does the many-starred cloak exist in your version of Neverwinter?
I'll say yes.
Etienne will ask around, obviously, for any prominent mage organizations, being somewhat new to the city, and if Brass doesn't know.
Brass probably would know of maybe like one or two. I mean, with his magic being more innate, he doesn't spend a lot of time with wizards or any of the studious magical users, but I'm sure he has probably someone that he could get in touch with.
Yeah, well, at least traditionally, it hasn't just been wizards, but most magic users. But, Etienne would suggest that they look there to see, who prominent magic users are that might be able to use that level of magic that fit the stranger's description, and see if they know anything about that person.
All right. So you'll poke and peek around. I assume you do so at the temple as well as the building of knowledge and different places that would allude to sort of arcane pieces and magical pieces, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, if we could identify that if the cloak tower exists, heading there, talking about this person, claiming to responsibility for the burning of the taverns around the city, and letting them know and describing the type of magics this individual displayed.
Yeah, you'd be able to see the tower itself as you enter the gates, as it is a tall spire, and it's not in an area that you had been in prior, but you'll be directed there, because I mean, you are new-ish to town, but they'd be able to sort of point you in that direction to try to get you where you need to be to find what you're looking for. So, is everyone heading to the cloak tower that would have sort of that possibly that information there?
I'll go to like the bars that. Is there a place like where orcs normally hang out? Like a
Say-
Pacific.
Yeah, I'd say yes, probably more in a in the southern area of the city. There seems to be I say larger population, but um, I don't mean by number. Um, so larger folk, whether they be like minotaurs or orcs or just like creatures that aren't a class larger but are um, like taller, broader, more leaning to the fighter and barbarian stance, so to speak, just to typecast the the situation, which is sort of in the same area that Etienne you would be heading to here. I was like, um, so yes, the cloak tower is actually right here at the bottom, the southeast of the river itself. And sort of that larger area of town would be close by, not super close, but just on the outskirts of that bordered section. So it'd be different than visiting where the hobbitses live, because the hobbitses build houses for small people. Over here, they build houses and places for bigger people. So the chairs are a little bit taller, the doorways are a little bit wider, but it's a little more homey for you, Winslow.
So I'll head to that direction, see if there's a place I can go and kind of ask
Alright.
around to see if they know anything about this weird creature we just fought, and just for shits and giggles, see if any of them speak giant.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. So Etienne and Winslow, you guys are sort of heading south. Brass, I'm sorry, I didn't catch quite where you were.
I'd say Brass would probably go with Etienne.
Okay.
Mhm.
Same with Pippet.
Pipit, alright. Alright, so Brass, Etienne, and Pipit are off to the Cloak Tower, and Winslow, you're headed to the larger area of town to see if anyone speaks giant, to be able to help with Banjo if you guys can find him work, so to speak. So Etienne, I'll look to you. I know that you're sort of headed to that tower to express who you'd sort of crossed paths with. You'll come to the tower itself. It doesn't look guarded, but as you cross the gateway to it, you can feel it's as though someone's almost like someone's cast prestidigitation on you. So like you feel cleaner, a little more well kept, and you can feel as though any arcane aura that may have been on you would be removed in this situation. Brass,
Etienne will
as you
make a
Yep.
small bow of appreciation as he feels the energies wash over him.
All right. Brass, as you cross that border, um, you can feel your pocket watch sort of pulse with energy, as though it's picking up on sort of a magical aura in this area of town, as though it's been noticed and identified, but it has also noticed and identified that there is magical power within this area. Pipit, you'll feel the same thing, but it sort of courses through your entire body. As a druid, you are sort of a magical being, so you'll feel that from the top of your head all the way down to each of your toes, As though, again, everyone feels that same prestidigitation piece where you feel cleaner, as though life has relieved some tension of you. But the more magical users you'll feel noticed, but you'll also notice being noticed, so to speak.
Brass, given your proclivity towards the arcane arts, I'm surprised you haven't had more interaction with this group.
You know, the individuals here, they don't tend to be much fun. I tend to spend more of my time amongst the people instead of in a dusty old tower.
So you don't read is what we're getting at.
Well, Pippet,
my
I
God.
wasn't going to say that specifically, but if you must, then yes, I don't spend a lot of time studying and reading over tomes like other magic users do. I spend my time amongst the people and engaging with my own innate magical abilities.
That's fair. I mean, I literally just run out into the woods. I've licked a few mushrooms before. That was part of my homework.
We'll be counting on you to tell us which ones are safe if we go out there, Pivot.
I will.
I feel like we had that last session where Etienne, wasn't that you that was picking up the mushrooms?
Yep, and he told me to
Was-
put him back.
Yeah. Great. So yes.
So yeah. Etienne will look to Brass to see if he knows anything of, if there's a formal protocol we're supposed to observe with this organization.
I would say Brass probably has not spent a lot of time at this area, but will, with the confidence of a man who does know what he's doing, will barge his way through and try to look like he knows the rules and such.
Etienne will just follow his lead, assuming Brass knows what he's doing.
I will just be right behind them, just being normal.
Being normal. All right. You guys will approach the tower. The doors will be closed, but there is a large brass knocker on it, in the shape of just a regular knocker, which seems strange and obscure for such a magical place, but it's there and it's present. And I mean, what will you do? Knock with your hand? Knock with the knocker? What are we doing?
Brass will walk up and just take the knocker and just boom, 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 boom against the door.
All right, just a minute out there. Just give me a second. And you'll hear like little footsteps coming almost across the rock floors. Sounds like it sounds like bare feet, but it couldn't possibly be bare feet. Just as they're like running across the floor. With that, I'm gonna pivot to Winslow, who is patiently waiting and is going to the larger taverns to explore and have conversations with others. Winslow, you see, I mean, there are residences in this area made for people of larger size. There are taverns and merchants and stores and things. Are you specifically going for taverns? What are you looking for?
I'm going for taverns because I would feel more comfortable in a tavern going, hey, does anyone here speak giant?
Would you ask that in common or in giant?
I would ask, actually, I probably would ask it in giant.
All right. So you'll step inside a tavern with a large door frame, but it doesn't look like the door is usable or has been used for quite some time. You'll see a few orcs, some half orcs trying to fit in. You've got, ironically, a dwarf behind the tavern, the bar itself, but it looks like he's on a very high step to make sure that he can see and interact with everyone. He's got sort of curly, like ridiculously curly red hair that just is long but doesn't look long because it's so curly. His beard sticking out and dragging on the counter, even though he's up on a step to keep him elevated. And as you ask this of the room, you see a few people sort of turn to look at you as, and I mean, you can tell passively that most of these people are turning to look at you because you're not speaking a language they understand. But the wee bartender looks to you and answers in giant. I be speaking the giant, and then he'll flip to comments. What do you need that for?
And I'll explain to him, I go, hey, you know Banjo that's been kind of terrorizing the town?
And he'll spit behind the bar. Ugh, that hill giant. Are you giving him a talking to in giant?
Yeah, why not? Wouldn't you speak to a giant if you spoke giant?
I mean, if I go for him with my axe, I just hit him. I'm not worried about what I'm saying. I just lay the smack on him and call it a day. Why'd you need to speak to him?
Now. He's
Since
friendly
when?
now.
Just the
about
other
that
day, he took
day?
people. What you talking about? He's friendly now.
Well, evidently he was under control of this magic user that was taking people, and I'll explain the whole story behind the
Right.
the creature we just saw, and he was actually giving him food in return for these people. Just tell him the whole story as best to my abilities of. And he'd actually be willing to work, and having a giant lift some of this heavy shit. Who needs a dry dock? You just have the giant pick him up.
So you say he's looking for work now, eh?
Yeah, isn't that weird? But I mean, think of how good of a guard he would be.
Well, the city were needing him as a guard probably more. Now that he's no longer the reason the city needs the guards on the side now, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to find him work somewhere. But is that why you're asking for someone who speaks giant? Because you don't
Well, I
speak
figured that
common?
could help. I figured that could help, and then with this like half vampire thing going on.
A vampire?
Yeah, it was just and I'll explain these big tentacles that tried to come out and grab me, but just didn't work, and I was able to basically just tell him the whole story of what happened.
So you're saying the giant was under control of a vampire
Yeah, isn't that weird?
with tentacles?
Yeah, that is the weirdest thing.
That'd be a strange story to say the least. Some people might be into it, but a vampire with tentacles, my goodness. What back to back to the giant looking to help the town now. What? Have you checked at the docks?
Yeah, we looked there the other day, but you can't really say, "Hey, giant looking for work." That's even I know that's not the smartest thing to do.
I mean, if he's changed his ways, you might be able to track something down. The taverns might. You're on the right track with the taverns. I'm not in need of help myself, but I don't think anyone else in here speaks giant. Aye! Does any of you fools speak giant? You hear like a murmur around the tavern of, no.
No. Well, if you hear anything about this like weird vampire thing, could you, let me know, and then find any work for Banjo?
If I hear anything about the vampire thing, yeah, for sure, I'll pass it along, and I'll keep an eye out for Banjo.
Okay, and
Out of curiosity, is he a bard? Does he play the banjo?
Oh, that would be interesting to ask. I'll ask if Banjo plays Banjo. That would just be a funny conversation to have.
Might be a wee bit
Man.
confusing depending on his intelligence.
Yeah. Could you imagine the money you can make off of a kill giant named Banjo playing the banjo? Man, that could bring in some money.
Oh, and he'll gently stroke his beard and sort of look at the ceiling with a slight glint in his eye of what an amazing idea that seems to be.
Speaking of which, is there any board around here where I could just stay for the night? Because I've been staying in the guard tower, and, me being the size I am, those beds, ugh.
I'm sure we could figure something out for you. We got a few rooms upstairs. One sec. Let me go take a look and see if we can track something down. And with that, I'm gonna rotate back to Brass, Pipit, and Etienne, who are awaiting the funny sounding, possibly magic user behind the giant door with the brass knocker. My brain just turned off for a second because Brass used the brass knocker, so it was
Yeah.
literally a brass knocker.
And
That
my
was
brain went
unintentional.
somewhere else with the brass knockers, and I'm like, no.
So you'll hear that same sort of like almost barefoot sound on the floor as it comes to the door, and the doors will both open at the same time, and they'll creak open, and you'll see a small balding fellow, white hair, just as though it's a crown, but totally bald on top of his head. He's got these big glasses that make his eyes look like they're way too big for his head. How can I help you? What do you need?
Oh, good evening, sir. We are here to see if we could acquire some information. My friend here thought that this would be a great spot for us to come and find. If we are able to do some research on, and Brass will kind of turn over to Etienne and be like, "Oh, what was it we were looking for again?"
We believe we may have identified an arcane threat to the city of Neverwinter. Etienne will proceed to describe the magics that the individual used and that this person claimed to be responsible for the burning of the bars and made one of their friends disappear.
Oh, goodness. Oh. That's a powerful spellcaster you ran into. Some interesting spells too you're describing. Oh, this has an arcane threat. And so he's burning down the bars. Is what? Do we know why?
He wasn't a bundle of conversation.
He says
But-
something about justice, penance.
Yeah, it seemed like he was charging the individuals in the taverns as guilty of something, and he claimed to be the executioner taking penance of these poor individuals.
Oh heavens! My goodness. And he looks to you, Brass, and he goes, "Wait a minute. That last bar, wasn't that yours?"
Yes, unfortunately, and me now having to start my business once again from scratch, I am looking to have some assistance in tracking down who could have accomplished such a task as this.
All right, well, come in. I'll get you some tea and some crumpets or something, and we'll figure out some of these spells and see if we can link it to somebody somewhere at some point, some way. Let's get it all figured out for you. So yeah, he'll invite you inside. You'll be able to make your way through the doorway. It's a very tall building. You've got sort of a spiral staircase that seems to go along the outer wall, that goes all the way up to the roof that looks to be see-through, but I mean, you can tell it isn't because the floor itself is dry, and it's not dusty by any means. And he'll take you to sort of like an archive on the ground floor, and start to pull books from shelves in what feels like a chaotic manner, but it's as though he knows exactly where he needs to go to find exactly what he's looking for. And he'll flip through some pages and mumble, and "Oh, that doesn't sound right." And he'll go find another book, and "That's a little bit closer, but let's keep looking." And he's just like puttering about like an old man in a store. He's run that he's run for years. He knows exactly where everything is, exactly how much how much things cost, so to speak. So he's pulling books off shelves, and I'm sorry. You mentioned some of the spells he was using. You said one made your friend disappear?
Yes, it was a vanishing spell.
Vanishing.
Banishment, I should say.
Banishment. Could you mean banishment with a B?
Ah, yes, perhaps so. My
that-
player apparently
little
cannot
bees.
hear bees.
he'll like walk off super triumphant of like figuring something out. He's a very short fellow, but he makes himself look taller, even though his shoulders seem to be like locked in position. So it makes his neck shorter to feel taller. And he climbs up a ladder and grabs a book that looks to be just a little bit too big, but climbs down the ladder like he's done it a million times, opens it up. Banishment, yes. That's definitely an interesting spell. And you said this happened to one of your friends?
Yes. She's been gone for well over a minute by now, so.
Oh, well, that's not good. That's not good at all. And he'll start to flip through the book to try and find an answer for that. Um, I don't think I've ever heard of that one before. That's interesting. And he's again up and down the shelves trying to find books with the information he's hoping for, and he'll open one and he'll and he'll like point at the page. He says, "Now, was your friend um was your friend uh, purely humanoid, or could they have had a background that may not have been of this plane of existence?"
The humanoid?
As far as we know, I mean, we had just met her only a few days ago, but
Like, could she have been fiendish or fey or celestial, perhaps, or I mean, you said you just met her. She might not have shared that information. I'm not really sure, but I know this spell can sometimes have that effect on people of those we'll call them proclivities, shall we? Where they don't always come back, but I don't think they're gone. They're just not here. It's interesting.
That may have
What other
explained some of
spells?
her manners.
Hmm? Manners? What manners? What? I must hear more.
I was joking. I do not know if she was a fiend.
She certainly didn't have any, that's all we know.
Oh, that's an interesting friend to have, then. Back to this figure. You said he was dressed in black. Um, um, other spells. I believe you mentioned other spells. I'm not sure if you mentioned them specifically. I would love to find more information on this. This is very interesting. Very few people know the banishment one, but that was definitely an interesting find.
They were able to create doorways to travel mid
Mm,
distances.
mid
And they
distances.
hid me in some sort of dome that I could not see.
Oh, that one's interesting too. A dome that you couldn't see. And doors, distances. Just a minute. And he'll like storm off and hop up a different ladder. He'll like go through a few books, but then realize he's not quite in the right place. So he'll slide the ladder while standing on it, which seems completely absurd. The ladder will slightly catch on the floor and lean onto one leg. He'll pull a book, and the ladder will pop back into like where it was, and it'll rock back and forth on the two legs as he quickly makes his way down. He'll open the book. Dome with an invisible dome. Invisible. Okay. Was it a long spell or a short spell? How long did this dome stay with you? You'll be aware.
Several
it was
minutes
probably,
at least.
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh, well, that's an interesting one. I believe it may have been this spell here, or perhaps, and he'll turn the page. This one here, and he'll yes, the wall of force. Okay, and yes, 10 minutes. Yes, okay, and that would have been a difficult one. Did nobody have dispel magic?
Etienne will look at Brass. He has no idea.
Brass will kind of he's been looking at the tomes that this man has been like placing on the table, and will look up and say, no, it's not one of the spells that I have prepared daily. Just it must have slipped my mind, and he's kind of just like flipping through the pages, looking at all of the information in these books that are on the table.
Well, that would have fixed the problem instantly. Does anyone have any attack spells? Anything that causes damage?
Now that is something that I do have.
Ah. Do you have disintegrate?
Brass will be like, not one of the spells that I can perform at this time, no, but it does sound like an interesting one.
Well, it does as it says. It just disintegrates. So again, a quick fix in the situation. But, I mean, yes, that would resolve the problem. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a long spell, only 10 minutes, but definitely keep your eyes out for it in the future.
Any other things that you could think of to counter it other than disintegrate if we encounter it again?
I believe when cast counterspell would be a fantastic fix, but once it's present, you are very limited. Disintegrate or dispel magic or patience.
Any clues on
Sir?
where we could find this individual? Is it someone that you may be familiar with?
I haven't seen anyone looking at our tomes here. I have heard word of an odd fellow that has been moving around town. Just give me one moment. And he'll leave the room and leave you with his books sort of strewn every which way. And he'll be away for a few moments, and he'll come right back and be like, I believe he may be. You said, I'm sorry, I don't remember if you told him that he was the one burning down the bars or not.
Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all right. So yes, definitely an interesting character. He does seem to be very powerful. He hasn't come through my gates, so it's hard for me to sort of give much about him specifically. You, sir, and he'll point to Brass, I know that your magic comes from that small watch there. Isn't that correct?
Yes, it is. It's something that I use to focus my magical abilities.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm not sure if you could tell when you crossed the boundary that. I mean, I learn things about people as they come in, and he hasn't passed this point, so it's hard for me to know much information about him. I do know that he seems to have made less a home and more a space of Neverwinter. He doesn't seem very friendly, but let's see here. I don't believe he's working alone, but you may be able to find him. I believe I heard word of him. Perhaps a city over. They were having some issue prior to, but they had mentioned that when the bars were being burned down, the people were also being taken. I believe he was looking to do some sort of ritual or something, possibly, but I can't say for sure. You will need to give me some time to figure this part out, but we are definitely on the right track. These spells are definitely interesting, and I am super excited to read more about them and perhaps figure out how he was able to keep your friend in a place that shouldn't have been kept unless they were a little more magical about them.
And he'll just sort of start rambling to himself, and he's sort of entered this this space in his brain that is just full of puzzles that all he wants to do is solve. But he's so enamored with the idea of the puzzles, it becomes difficult for him to solve them. Although he is thinking as he's sort of talking to the room, but to himself at the same time. So I mean, I'll look to you guys. He's not reading the books on the table. Are you still looking through his books, or are you sort of letting him stew? And I'll look to you. What are you guys doing?
Pippin is definitely
Etienne
just
will-
letting the guy continue.
Etienne will try and prompt him. Is there anyone here that maybe specializes in divination?
Oh, divination, that's a fantastic idea. Oh, let me see. Here. Yes, there may be someone. Just give me a moment.
And he'll like take off out the room again. You'll hear you'll see on his feet he is wearing shoes, but they're like leather soled, which is why you get that like as he like walks away, that sounds like barefoot. So he's leaving the room, and he's just sort of left you to your own devices, his archive of information, to go and track down whoever it is that may be able to assist with some divination in the situation. So you guys in the room flying solo, are you guys talking, or are you just waiting? What's the plan?
Etienne will look at Brass and say, if there's anything you can do to speed your way towards being able to cast Counterspell or Disintegrate, you should start.
Definitely a good idea. I think if we are to come across this individual again, I would need to start changing my repertoire of spells. Taking a look at the tomes that he has like laid out on the table, does anything like stand out as interesting?
He has. You are seeing that when he was speaking of the Wall of Force. It seems to be a book focused on evocation. So spells that that sort of bring things to a space. There are some interesting things within the book itself. You are seeing some items, some spells. Is there anything specifically that you're looking for?
I think Brass would just be kind of taking in the information. This is now like the second place that he's been that has like books of knowledge and that have things that he never really like read as like growing up. So he's definitely taking time to just like comb through as many of the pages as he can in this little bit of time before the old man gets back.
So yes, he'll take a look. Is there a school of magic that you're sort of looking at and leaning to try and find information on, or are you just looking for things that are interesting?
I would say at this point, like, Brass would just be looking for anything that would stick out as interesting to him, maybe related to the spells that the individual cast, and also like the ways to stop them.
Alright, so in looking at sort of that evocation book, you'll sort of push it to the side, and there's another book underneath it about abjuration. and you'll see some information about Dispel Magic, which you'll remember was something that could remove that wall of force. Uh, hang on.
Out of game. I thought
yep.
Wall of Force couldn't be dispelled.
It can't, but it makes too impossible, if that makes sense. And I don't want to railroad you guys by him being able to cast this spell. So as a person who doesn't want to block you off by him having this spell, I want to make it possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not metagaming it. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, and it for sure, yeah, it definitely is. It says can't be dispelled by Dispel Magic, but this tiny balding man has told you that it would work, and I feel it should be possible, simply because it feels correct. It shouldn't be, you've got a spell on you and you're stuck within or blocked by a wall simply because a specific spell has been said no to it, especially with a spell like this that can literally just trap you inside it for 10 minutes. The only two things that would be able to stop it are disintegrate, or if somebody deals enough damage, because it's a concentration spell. And so, in your situation, there was no one else around you to be able to deal damage to make him stop.
Fine.
So yeah, so I just I don't know. To me, it feels wrong to have an impossibly an item that's impossible to destroy. So
I'm fine with the decision.
Yeah. So yes. Yes. You'll see a book of abjuration underneath that wall of evocation. It will have information on Dispel Magic, as well as Counterspell. And I'll say, here, roll me. All right, I'm trying to give you a way to learn this. It'll probably be multiple checks over time with rests and stuff. But you would need to take down the information. I feel like that's intelligence based to be able to write it down quickly while the dude's not in the room. But I'll look to you, and if you can pitch me something, I will be open to listening to it.
Could Brass try to, with a sleight of hand check, rip the page out of the book?
Yes. Yeah, I'll say that you can definitely take the page from the book. So then I will ask, which page are you aiming for? Is it the Counterspell or the Dispel Magic?
I'd say probably Dispel Magic.
Okay. So your sleight of hand will be to see if you can tear it cleanly so it's not really super noticeable unless someone's investigating a missing page. Yeah, roll me that sleight of hand.
Oh no, so close.
Oh no. All right,
So
so
seeing what
alarms go
Brass
off.
is doing, Etienne gives him a disapproving look. Say at least do it right.
Yeah, you're gonna do it right.
Come on, this is what the hell he's giving us tea. Come on.
he's giving us tea.
He's giving us tea.
All right.
What's the bare minimum?
So Brass, you've gone to pull this page out of the book for Dispel Magic. You're missing a section of it. Etienne, you're able to come in and sort of take that section out. So you have the whole page. From what you can see and the work you've done after Etienne took over, you can tell the page looks as though it's not even missing. The only real thing that that stands out is that the pages before and the pages after, the numbers don't line up, but that's like someone being super meticulous, because I feel like a 24 would give you that. Um, so yes, you have a page from this book on dispel magic, which you can definitely look to study in your spare time and attempt to get that sooner rather than later.
Perfect.
All right. And with that, okay. So you're pulling it out and just leaving the book at the table, yes?
Mhm.
All right. So with that, this little fellow will come back. You'll hear him coming from a mile away because of his little shoes. He comes back into the room. He's with a very tall lady. Another like glasses bigger than her face, long hair in robes that are just draped over her frame, and she just steps in her. Hello. How can I assist you?
We're hoping you can help us find someone.
Oh, well, I do specialize in these things of finding and seeing from before and after, in the future and to the past. Divination is a wonderful art for this. Very, very long winded in every possible sense. Um, and who, pray tell, are you searching for?
They'll explain.
Alright. Um, and every once in a while, the little guy will like try and pipe up with little bits of information, little tidbits of like um, things he remembered from sort of a town over, people going missing, possible rituals, bits and pieces here and there. Ah, interesting. Well, and she'll like put her fingers on her temples and like rotate them, and as though she's thinking super, super hard. Um, okay. Can you guys either roll me investigation or arcana at this person and what they're doing?
Will provide help for whoever wants it because my 2 stats are garbage for those.
Oh,
Are you better than me, I hope?
apparently not. Not much.
All right. So
With Brass's advantage, yes, still 11.
oh my lord. Okay.
And the spirit of Megwin wins.
Oh my god. Okay. Etienne and Pippet, you can tell this is a bit of a show, but you're not sure how much of a show. But she is really pushing into the performative piece of divination itself. Ah, interesting. A strange character with interesting spells. And as she's like massaging her temples. She'll sit down at the same table where the books are. She'll reach into one of her sleeves and pull out a crystal ball and set it on the table and start to swirl her hands around it and just try to envision this person that you're looking for, to figure out where they might be or help you find them. And I feel like this is a really good place to just wait 2 weeks and find out what happens next.
Yep.